The right fifth bow cylinder is attached with a pin and E-clip on top and a ball joint on the bottom, so it's pretty easy to remove. I'll put my small flat screwdriver into the gap on the E-clip on top, take the E-clip off and pop the cylinder off the upper mounting pin. Now if your top comes down, as mine was trying to, the fifth bow, as I'm speaking I was tying up the fifth bow with a little strap so it doesn't fall on the camera here. Now we can bend this down. There's enough room to bend the cylinder down, and we may as well, while it's in place, show you removal of the hoses. We carefully cut the zip tie that goes around the lower fitting and the wires for the sensor. So we cut that zip tie. There it is, gone. Remember how this was routed, with the wire going on top of everything, especially staying on top of the rear hose back here. And now we can try to loosen up these clips a little. You may have seen me do that in the videos for the other cylinders. These clips slide in the rail, and we're hoping there's a gap already. No, there isn't a gap between the clip and the fitting itself, so that I could put the sharp end of my screwdriver in there, but we didn't quite get lucky enough for that. So next best attempt is try to push a little bit in this direction. There we go. This was one of the tougher ones. They normally come loose more easily. There we go, it's almost completely loose. And that clip is out of the way of the fitting. Very good. Then while the ball joint is attached on the bottom, this is the right opportunity to put the screwdriver on top of the bulge on that fitting. Tap a little and it's loose enough so that we can later stick the screwdriver in there. Next thing we need to do now is tackle the lower ball joint. In order to remove the ball joint from the ball, we slide our small flat screwdriver under the flat part of this clip. We walk it off its groove, and at this point it is already releasing, such that we can simply pull the ball off the ball joint. Make sure that your that your clip is spread a little bit, meaning that it's walked out of this groove. Otherwise, if you were to force this off the ball, your ball joint would break. So this is the way the circlip is supposed to be, unless you take it off all the way. If you take it off all the way, it's a bit of a pain to get it back on. So let's try that in person. And this time I'll have to get in the way of the camera. Sorry about that. There we go. It's off. Now, you can see this clip is off all the way. This one has a tiny gap so that we can pry it loose. Ah, that slides so much easier. That's nice. Let's take the lower hose off. It gives us a little bit more room to play here. We can take the upper hose off, and I twisted things around here to take tension off these wires. You don't want to pull too hard on these wires. There's an IC, an integrated circuit inside this sensor, and you just don't want to abuse it. So to pry the sensor loose, we turn our screwdriver on it a little bit on the bottom, carefully walk the screwdriver under it and pull the sensor out of the rail. There's our cylinder removed, and as always, the odd hose number on top, the even hose number on the bottom. And now we can install our replacement cylinder. Let's put the sensor back on first. We want to clip the sensor in all the way. Watch out for the hose number, 73 on top. On the left side, that would be number 71 on top. The important part is use one of the O-rings supplied. Top Hydraulics always supplies O-rings with these cylinders with instructions on how to install the O-rings. Plus we provide a couple spare O-rings per cylinder. Key is putting the O-ring on the hose fitting first, then carefully pushing the fitting in at a right angle until it's in all the way, and we put our hose retaining clip back in place. There it is, all the way. Then the lower hose. Getting another O-ring out of my bag. Putting the O-ring on the hose fitting. And easing that fitting into the cylinder at a right angle. And it'll just more or less pop into place. There's a little bit of friction from pushing that brand new O-ring in there, but you shouldn't have to force anything. So if this feels awkward, then back out, take a moment's rest, make sure the fitting goes in at a right angle, and ease it in there. Then we get the clip that was stuck in the old cylinder. I'll free that up and fasten that fitting to the cylinder, and lastly zip tie again where our previous zip tie was. Then we pop the ball joint back into place and put the rod end up on our upper pin here, secure the 6mm circlip, and the cylinder is back in place.